yes, we're looking at another RV to see if this is something that we should consider for our next purchase. So as always, I called my friend Cameron from La Mesa RV in Phoenix and said, okay, show me this. And what this is very different than what we've been looking at so far, more of the adventure van version of an RV. Now, I don't know if that's 100% our style, since we tend to be more glampers than campers, but nevertheless, it's part of our due diligence, the search we're on to determine what our best one is. So Cameron, tell us what we're looking at here, and I know it looks cool, so I'm interested in all the features and benefits on this thing.
Absolutely, Jeff. So this is a new Entegra Condor. It's their 23S model. It's going to be on the Mercedes Sprinter chassis with the 4-cylinder twin turbo engine. It's basically for that customer that might have been looking at a small wheelbase Mercedes Class B van, but they want a little bit more space, but still the capability to get off-road, as this is on the all-wheel drive chassis. A lot different from the previous 6-cylinder Mercedes chassis that had you had to engage the 4x4 wheel drive. You're going to get really good fuel economy with this. Also with the all-wheel drive chassis, it kind of lifts the RV up, I believe, 3 inches, so it kind of gives you a little bit more ground clearance, which is important when you're getting off the beaten path, and then allows you to sit up taller when you're driving, which is just a little bit safer.
Yeah, no, I do like that. I like that if they have something built in to help reduce that roll, or that side-to-side thing too, because that tends to, in my mind, and maybe I'm wrong, but as you go up higher, that tends to be more.
That's usually what it is. It's the weight ratios. That being said, there are a lot of customers, and there's a lot of aftermarket additions and features as far as suspension upgrades, leaf spring upgrades, shocks, that I have found a lot of my customers will add on. I always tell customers, use it as it's equipped, and then as you find that you need to fine-tune stuff, then you can always add stuff as well. The outside kind of fridge, freezer, and stovetop. So this has been really popular with hunters, or if you're going fishing, that sort of thing. You can put anything in here. Also can be used as like a secondary fridge, freezer from the inside as well. Really good kind of insulation from the storage. You can see how thick that is. So that really helps with colder weather, and even in the hotter weather, as far as being able to keep the RV cool. Off-road tires, you've got the blacked out rims. You have propane tank right here that also has its own bib right there. So if you have another fire pit or another grill, you can always hook that up. One of the main features of this new kind of adventure B plus van is the gear storage in the back.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's storage, as I'm sure you guys know, on this size of RV is always at a premium. Every inch matters. You get a lot of customers that have snow gear or bikes that they don't necessarily want to keep out in the elements, and so this area allows a space that you can really use in a myriad of ways. Got heat that comes in here as well, so if you're in cold weather, if you're snowing, skiing, your gear's not gonna freeze. As long as your heater's on the inside, you'll be getting warm air through the storage area.
And the exhaust, I'm assuming, generator?
That is actually going to be for your water heater and furnace.
Okay.
Yep, so generator exhaust will be, so you got 2 exhausts here. You got your exhaust for the actual vehicle right there. You got the exhaust for your furnace and water heater setup. And our generator exhaust is going to be up here.
Okay. I've noticed this type being put on more RVs lately, and getting away from the Cummins.
Yeah, it's just more of with the emissions and just a little bit more efficient. This is a propane generator, so it'll run off the propane that's on board of the RV. You also have lithium batteries on this RV. It's a 310 amp hour lithium battery. It's a 12-volt system, so you're getting close to 4,000 watts of usable energy just from the batteries alone. And then that generator's there if you need to charge it up. There's your main propane.
Got it.
Yep.
So you have 2 tanks.
Yep,
Okay.
2 tanks. One's easily changed. You can change it out if you're going to use that or the awning side one as well. The feature that you'll see on a lot of these is the cassette. Toilet. It's been a really nice change to the RV industry. I know some people are weary of its capabilities. That being said, I have found with my customers and owners that it allows you to dump in places that you normally couldn't dump. You're not tied to a dump station with something like this. You could dump this at your house, you could dump it at a rest stop. So it's a very efficient way of getting rid of your black tank. And it's still good for a decent amount of flushes compared to a traditional black tank.
Doesn't get any simpler than that.
Yep.
And I do like how they put your whole wet bay, whatever, up high. You're not crawling down underneath the thing to get to everything.
Yep, you don't have to bend down. Everything's enclosed and heated in here. If you are in some cold weather and you need to winterize it, or you're city water, or you want to take water out, you're dry camping, there's this nice little system here that is very easy to use based on what you're trying to do with your water. Also have an outside shower and a water filter right here. This has the full body paint, which is kind of a mountain.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And
I like
glow.
that. I wish more manufacturers would start doing that and think that not everybody wants to see all the swirly things.
I know. I think you're going to start seeing more of that.
And the one thing I've noticed, Cameron, a lot of quote adventure RV type things is they all seem to be very similar. You have your seats here, you have 2 seats at a table here, and then the rest is pretty much the same. I like this layout a little bit better. I think it's a little bit more usable space, it feels like.
I would agree with you. There's no slide out in this RV, but you see the floor space that you get, which in the living area and the kitchen, which is phenomenal. You do have 2 Lagoon kind of table mounts that you can put tables here as well. And what I have found is you do have good counter space, but you can also kind of use those tables as additional counter space, along with being tables for when you're sitting down.
Got a little storage up front here, which I'm more of a fan of than the bed. I think you get more use of it that way, and it's a great way to kind of, looks like tuck your TV back here.
Yep, lower profile on the outside too as well, since you don't have the bed, so it looks a little bit sleeker, not so much like an RV as you'd say. Dual pane window. You do get blackout shades along with shades, solar shades if you want to help with the sun or keep bugs out. It does come with an induction stovetop that you can remove, but I kind of like that feature because when you're not using it, you have so much usable space.
Yeah, I'm surprised more don't do that as well. To just stick it in a drawer, and if you need it, put it out, and if you don't, it's not in your way.
Yep, really good storage up above. You've got a convection microwave as well right here. And because they give you the convection kind of oven microwave, it kind of takes away the need for a traditional oven down here, which allows you a lot more storage. Compared to if you had an oven there, that would basically take those 3
Yeah, that
drawers
is a lot
away.
of storage there. The AC is ducted, but you have the main controller back there, it looks like, or the main unit.
Yep, you got the main unit back there. It has 2 vents, so if you were trying to cool that area down quicker, you would just keep those open. And then at night, to make it a little bit quieter and force the air more through your ducts, you can just cinch those areas up, and it'll force more air through your ducts. And you can also close ducts if you want more air in a certain spot. You can basically direct where you want the airflow to go. It's a 2-door, so you get a separate freezer and a fridge. Again, very efficient. It's going to be a 12-volt refrigerator. Works in altitude. It's going to work if the RV is not level. Just kind of the industry standard at this point, and it's very efficient as well as far as how much power it uses.
Yeah, and just to explain that to people, because we've definitely been there, that on the whatever the 3 version of them are, the propane, the electric, and the 12 volt.
Yep.
When you put that version on 12 volt, man, it sucks your battery down. Yeah. And so then you switch over to propane, which is great, but then you have the vents on the outside that are kind of ugly. And then the bad byproduct is if you're more than a couple degrees off in your parking, it won't work at all.
Nope. It'll take a lot longer to get cooler as well. And then, you know, when you're driving down the road, if you're using the propane, it's somewhat of a safety issue as far as you have a flame that's lit while you're going down the road.
Yeah, and most manufacturers say you shouldn't do that, right?
Everyone's kind of going away from
These
that.
are so much better, so much more efficient, so much less draw on your battery, and they cool up so much faster. Huge fan.
A pretty decent size wet bath to what you typically see in some of these adventure vans. Really good space to shower. Your window as well that's in here, along with a fan to get some ventilation. Then you have a really unique kind of door that keeps the water off once you bring it in, and allows you a durable space to shower and use the bathroom.
Very nice. Now I noticed this has like the coil spring piece that you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, so that basically helps keep the mattress elevated and off the ground. It helps if keep the moisture, it keeps the mattress dry, keeps mold from developing, things like that. So it's also kind of comfortable and gives a little bit more support. So it's a really nice system that you'll see in a few of the different manufacturers in this range.
I do like that. It feels like decent space. They decided not to put a TV back here.
Correct. No TV back here.
Because you're supposed to be adventuring.
You're supposed to be adventuring. That being said, a lot of customers will take their iPad with them, things like that, and kind of make their own usable space. Allows the bed to be a little bit bigger and longer. You don't have the TV sticking out here. And again, you're going to have 2 large windows, dual pane with the day and night shades. You also, again, have a window out the back.
Definitely a different layout, different style than what we've been looking at or think that we may be interested in. But I appreciate you showing this because these things do look really cool on the outside. I have to say that. Love the paint job. Love that they're off the ground a little bit more. The floor plan, I don't know is a perfect fit for us, but I do like this better than some of the other ones that I've seen in these adventure vans. It's I think, a more usable space in here.
All right, so MSRP on this RV is $290,222. La Mesa RV, again, been in business 53 years. We're family owned. We're like the Costco of RVs. We take a big discount off that MSRP. We have this RV discounted over 41% down to $169,998, which, if you've done any research, is an incredible deal and opportunity before the end of the year.
Yeah, no, that's great. And like I said, there's a lot of cool things in this RV, there's no doubt. And if you are the type that love to go off the beaten path, it's a great option to have because it does bring a lot of cool amenities to off-grid type of living. Cameron's helping us, and if you have questions about RVs, he could also help you perhaps as well. And how would they get a hold of you, Cameron?
You can call or text me anytime. My personal number is area code 574-849-6550. I've been with the company over 12 years and will help you any way that I can.
Awesome. And I know that's true. He drops whatever he's doing to help us, and I know we appreciate that, and it's kind of service I think you would get as well. So with that said, thanks for hanging in there, thanks for watching, and until next time, I hope all your future RV trips are optimized. Thanks.